Hello and welcome to this very steady, slow Vinyasa class. We're starting on our backs. Make sure you listen to yourself in this session and doing only what feels good for your body. This is a winter kind of class. It's recorded just in the week before Christmas. So there's some slowly held postures, maybe held for a little bit longer than a typical intermediate Vinyasa class. There is a bit of flow, but not a lot of it. Working with the idea of just staying present in the pose, staying steady with a really steady breath. If you find your breathing is very quick, see if you can manage to slow it down in the beginning of the class. It doesn't matter if it stays quick. I just want you to notice your breath throughout the class, how it moves, how it changes, and see how we go. Lying on your back, knees can be bent. Just bring your mind to your breath as it is in its current state. Perhaps you can hear your breath. Just taking note of how the body feels just before you practice. Just draw your right knee towards your chest, holding on to the shin or hamstrings. Wake up your right ankle. Draw some circles with that foot in one direction and then go in the other direction. Then stretching the leg up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers on the hamstrings if you can manage that. Try and straighten your knee as much as you can and breathe. Breathe as steady and as deeply as you can. And release that leg down. Draw the left knee towards the chest and wake up the ankle on this side. A few rotations in each direction. And then stretch this leg all the way up to the sky. Nice breathing, nice steady breath. Just waking up the back of the leg. And then release it and find your way into happy baby. Draw both legs towards you, placing the hands on the outside edge of the feet. Any movement, totally fine here. A little left and right rolling. A bit of movement through the knees, whatever you need to do. And releasing the legs. Taking the arms up overhead, soles of feet press into the mat, a long body stretch with the knees bent. Gently lift the right leg and stretch it up to the sky and cross it over for a figure of four on the left thigh. Take the legs over to the left side of the mat. Just for a little twist. Nice and gentle. Arms that can still reach overhead. This is a kind of a nice stretch through the shoulders. Gently bring the legs up through center and change the crossing. Uncross them and pop the left leg over the right and take the legs off to the right side. And just follow the breath in these early stretches and stay aware of how you're feeling. Gently bring the legs back through center, uncrossing them. Bring the legs back through center, uncrossing them. And then we're going to draw the knees towards the chest, hold on to the hamstrings, and if you like to roll up and down the spine, kicking the legs so you come eventually up to sit, then take a few of them and come round. And we're going to put the legs in deer pose with the left shin in front of us. Inhale, arms reach nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your left side. And just hold your twist here. Let the tummy do the work. The head can turn over the left shoulder as much as is comfortable. Try and stay right over the pelvis. Don't lean back. It's really tempting to do that, but stay above the pelvis. Come through center. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, take the left hand down, right arm over. Lean down for a side bend. Just opening up the ribs on the right side to the sky. You can soften your shoulder joint here. Let the arm just drape down towards the ground. Inhale, push into the ground, come back up. Put your hands behind you and switch the orientation of the legs. The right shin's in front for deer legs. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, twist to the right side. Stay right over your pelvis. Don't lean backwards. The hands connect with the ground, but they don't become the props that we lean into. Use your back muscles and your core. Nice and steady. And gently releasing the pose. Come through center, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, put the right hand down, side bend to your right side. And soften through the shoulder joint. Just let those ribs on the left side get some air into them, so it feels like we're airing them out. Push into the ground again with your right hand to come up. Turn round to table pose. Stack your joints nice and neatly. Move through cat-cow. Inhaling for cow pose, soft tummy. Exhaling to round like an angry cat. Really push the ground away. Inhale for cow, and so on. Just move through cat-cow at your own speed. The slower and the more drawn out this is, it always feels like the nicer way to do it to me. You have time to still watch the breath and the spine. After the next one, take your hands forwards and sink back for extended child's pose. Lovely long spinal position here. Focus in on that breath. Focus in on how the ribs feel. Where the breath flows. If you can feel it on the back of the ribs. Next inhale that you have, come on up, and we're going to come through to a plank. Come to half plank or full plank, whatever works for you. Such a strong pose. Complete opposite to child's pose. You might notice, drop the knees, tuck the toes, come back for lightning bolt. Sitting on the heels if that's comfy. If not, use a block. Inhale, the arms reach up, nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your left side, arms out to a T. And when we're staying in this twist, nice and strong here, it does take a lot of effort to hold this. Use an inhale to come up through center. Exhale, twist to the right side. Arms to a T. Again, no leaning back or off to the side in your twists. Keep it right over the pelvis. Inhale, come up, relieve the legs, kneeling pose, untuck your toes. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now inhale, extend the arms in front of you with the fingers facing the sky. Raise them upwards above your head And then open out to your sides with the fingertips still pointing to the sky, with that lovely stretch through the palm to the underside of the arm. Straighten those arms as much as you can. I'm going to bend my wedding finger in towards my hand at the knuckles. See if you can. Take the arms in front of you and then relax the hands. And now turn the hands downwards as if the fingers are drawing towards the armpits. Extend the arms to the sides. Keep that stretch going, using your own muscles to draw the fingers towards the armpits. Nice steady breathing. Relax your arms and your hands. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Interlace the fingers at the lower back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, sit back on your heels and fold forwards into a child's pose with the arms still in that orientation, hands grasped. Extend them up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders in this pose as much as you can to get a little bit more flexibility out of them. Just soften here. Release your hands and your arms down by your sides. Press the hands into the mat and come on up. Walk yourself into downward dog. Nice and steady breathing. You can waggle the head, loosen through the neck. Nice long spine here. Any bicycling of the legs is totally fine. And then pushing into the left foot, lift the right one and drop the knee to the mat underneath the hips. Kneeled side stretch, turn to your left side of the mat. Take your left arm up and overhead for a long side bend. It's quite an unusual stretch. We don't do it that often. Kneeled side stretch. Gently come back through for downward dog. Extend the spine again and then drop the left knee down to the mat. Put your left forearm down, right arm reaches up and then overhead. You're getting a long stretch. It might feel very similar to extended side angle. From the foot to the fingertips, release it. Bring your hands back through and come back to downward dog. Again, still pedaling if you like. Do what you need to do to loosen up through your joints here. Walk the hands back towards the feet, bend the knees. This draped, long forward fold, very soft in the knees. I'm actually pressing my chest onto my thighs here and having a bit of a wiggle just to loosen things. Interlace the fingers on the lower skull at the top of the neck behind you. Just draws the neck a little bit longer into a bit of extension. Can be comfortable, it might not be for you, just try it out. A little bit of weight. Release that. Walk the hands out. Walk yourself all the way forwards to plank pose. And here, just stillness, drop the knees, long spine. Steady breathing, squeeze the arm muscles, lower to the mat, untuck your toes, press the hands in, inhale for a low cobra. Imagine you're drawing those elbows towards one another, pointing them up towards the sky as much as you can. Steady breathing, just wake up the mid-back and release that and head back to table pose. Take your right hand and place it behind your right ear. Inhale, open up to the right side. Exhale, turn back round and point the elbow down. Inhale, open to the right side for a twist. Exhale, turn it back down, elbow down. A third one, just the same. Just flowing through twists in the spine. And then release that hand down. Left hand moves behind the left ear. Inhale, open up on the left side. Exhale, turn down towards the mat. Inhale, open up. Exhale, closing down. Inhale, open up. Exhale, closing down. Release that hand. Take the hands forwards, take the hips off to the left side. Big hip rolls. Go down to the left heel with the hips, over to the right side, up on the right side, down on the left. I do these quite quickly, but if you want to do them super slow, then do. That's nice and gentle, waking up of the hip joints, and then go in the opposite direction to what you just did. It can sometimes feel very soothing for the sides of the legs. Tuck your toes, slowly come back up to downward dog. And extend your spine as long as it can go. Really send your hips up high to the ceiling. And then walking the feet wider. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Malasana pose. Turn your toes out when you descend down so that the knees and the toes do track in the same line. Sink down with heavy hips, but try not to round your spine here. Try and stay nice and long through it. You can use your arms to push into the sides of the legs if you like, a little bit more opening. But just hang out in Malasana pose, also called wide-legged yogic squat. Press your hands into the mat, fold, lift your hips, nice deep fold, Uttanasana. If you wanted to dangle pose here, you can. That's where you fold your hands into the insides of the elbows and then use them as a bit of a pendulum. Let them swing left to right. Release that. Inhale halfway with a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then we're going to come to standing cat-cow. So take your feet just a little bit wider than hip socket. And brace yourself with your hands on your thighs. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. It's just like other cat-cow. Move through 3 of these with your own breath. And try and curve round as much as you might do when you're on the mat. You can straighten your legs in cat as much as you like. Just flow with your breath as usual. After the third one, inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, side bend to your right side. Keep your arms as straight as you can, and they're lifting up through the chest. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, side bend to your left side. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, hands to heart. And then we're going to take our feet hip socket width apart, arms out to a T. We're going to do arm circles, shoulder circles. Draw around a circle, a bit the size of sort of a saucer or a side dish, going in one direction first, nice and steady. The slower, the harder it is, I have to say. If you move quickly, you sort of end up relying on momentum. So try and avoid that momentum. Keep it controlled. Make the circles bigger, gradually. And let your breath keep going nice and steady. And then go in the opposite direction, starting small again with a little saucer size circle. Gradually getting bigger. These make my shoulders feel a bit heavy, of course. And just keeping the movement going, seeing where we get to. If you have to stop, you want to stop, stop. And then gently releasing them. Take your arms to like robotic, I call them robot arms. Just copy me on the screen. Keep your arm, the top arm, close to the body. Elbows are close to the sides. And we're opening out, just like in this very weird pose. You'll feel your shoulder blades drawing towards one another. And it is the rotator cuff on the front of the shoulder that we are opening and closing. Quite an unusual muscle. We don't really stretch it that much in yoga. There's not many poses we do with it. Take the back of the hands and put them to the sides of the waist. With your wings out, take those elbows and try and close them towards one another behind you. So it feels like, you're doing a bit of a winged chicken thing. But again, we're pressing those shoulder blades together using the back muscles. We don't usually use them like this. it's lots of repetition. No, this isn't really yoga. It's one of those things we do for mobility. It might crop up within a yoga class, but it's not typical yoga, I know. Release that. Interlace the fingers at the lower back in a different grasp to what you did before. And on your exhale, hinge from your hips to come forwards. Bend your knees. Place the torso on the thighs if you can, and take your arms overhead as much as they'll go. And soften into this really deep stretch here. It's quite hard to do, to soften and stretch at the same time. Try your best. And release your hands and your shoulders down. And soften those knees when you inhale, come all the way up. And then take the feet a little bit wider apart, hands on hips, and we'll just do these massive, big hip circles as much as you like, as big as you like, moving in one direction and then flowing in the opposite direction. Sort of standing hip circles. Releasing that, start at the top of your mat, into Tadasana. Nice and steady. Press into the toes, lifting the heels as much as you can, just balancing here. See where you get to. Fix your eyes on something in front of you that won't move around, always in a balance. Lower the heels down, press the left foot down, lift the right knee up towards the chest. Squeeze it in, hold on to the shin with the hands. Stay tall through your shoulders, your spine's lifted, chest is lifted. The torso's strong in balances. Release that leg down, press it into the mat and draw that left knee towards the chest. Get it as high as you can get it and hold it in place with the hands. You're going to need strong shoulders to hold that in place. So again, stay with your strong back. And then gently releasing. Inhale, arm sweep, nice and high, extension. Exhale for chair pose. Keep those arms lifted if you can. If not, take them to heart center. Think strong back. And see if you can see your toes just beyond your knees there. Exhale, fold all the way, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold once more, maybe a bit deeper this time. Release your neck and your folds. Inhale all the way up, arms extend overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms sweep nice and high. Exhale, hinge from your hips to come forwards into Warrior 3 variation with no legs. Well, your legs are staying on the ground. We're not extending one behind us. So we're at a really lovely right angle, as much of one as we can do. Soften your knees here. Don't lock them up. Strong arms, strong shoulders. Exhaling to fold all the way again. Loosen the neck. Inhale halfway, flat spine again. Exhale, fold. Go back to downward dog. Inhale through for plank pose, nice and strong. Nice and steady. You can always go to half plank. I am holding this one just a tad. Seeing how strong we are today, I think. Exhale, lower the knees and then lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale for a cobra. It could be low, it could be high. Just listen to your back and what you're in the mood for today. Don't force anything on a back that hasn't warmed up yet or isn't that comfy. Release it all the way down and then go back to downward dog. Any pedaling in your downward dogs is always fine. Inhale, right leg lifts nice and high. And then slowly draw that knee towards the chest, plant the foot for low lunge. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toes, and inhale, arms reach nice and tall. Let yourself sink into this one. I'm using this one as a hip stretch, really getting quite deep for early on. Tuck those toes under. If you can push into that back foot, come up for high lunge. On your next exhale, take a prayer twist to the right side. If you're feeling supple today, lift the right arm up into a T position, left arm reaches down. Inhale, come up through center, arms reach again, strong back. Exhale, lean forwards over the front leg, arms extending, just like they were in chair pose, strong back. Keep your breath moving here, this is a bit of a power pose. Lower the hands to the mat and head back. Take a vinyasa if you feel like it. That means going back to plank, lower through chaturanga, and inhale, upward dog, and exhale to downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts nice and high. Exhale, squeeze the knee towards the chest and plant it down for low lunge. Drop the right knee. Inhale, arms reach nice and tall. Sink down into your hips. Tuck the right toes under. Lift up to high lunge. Nice and strong. Exhale for a prayer twist to your left side. And again, if you're really deep in your twist here and it's natural, just open the arms out to a T position. Steady breathing. Don't overdo anything. Inhale, come up through center. Nice vertical line. Exhale, hinge forwards, lean forward as if those arms are going somewhere. But you're strong and steady through your back. And then fold, plant the hands on the mat, step back to downward dog. Extend the hips up to the sky, long spine. Back to that steady breath. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale for a nice high cobra. Drop the shoulders from the ears in your cobras. Lots of space. Exhale, lower. Relax it and then come back to your knees and come to table pose. Stack your joints neatly. Extend your left leg behind you, toes pointing down. Right hand comes behind the right ear. Nice and stable. Strong core, strong back. On your next inhale, drop the left foot to the ground. Twist to your right side with your torso and maybe extend that right hand up to the sky. Very long stretch through the body in the front of the body. Release it back to table. Resetting. Extend your right leg behind you. Toes point down. Engage the leg muscles. Left hand behind the left ear. It's a very strong pose. Lots of strength today. Inhale. Open to the left side. Drop the right toes to the ground. Lift the left hand up to the sky if that extension is the good extra bit that you want in it. And then release it back down, back to table. And we're going to move through cow pose. And on the exhale in your cat, push into the tops of the feet to come up. And then release it back down, knees connect. Go through cow pose again. On the exhale, rolling through for cat, spine, and push into the tops of the feet. So it's like a very aggressive cat, very active cat. Come back through for cow pose. Inhaling in cow. Exhaling, push into your hands and push into the tops of the feet. Lifting up for a very active cat. Release the knees down. Take your forearms down to the mat where you are. Interlace the fingers, tuck the toes. Come up for dolphin dog. If your shoulders allow it. If you think, no, my shoulders don't want this today, do normal downward dog. No problem. The trick is with dolphin dog is the elbows can slide out, so you kind of want to squeeze them towards one another and make sure your mats are sticky enough. I mean, bad mats sometimes just ruin these poses. Sticky mats are a bit better. Much better. Walk the feet back towards the back of the mat. Come into dolphin plank pose. A little shuffle around as normal. Move your right forearm to the middle of the mat. Turn it. Turn onto your left side for, I guess, dolphin side plank. I don't know what this one's called. Just call it side plank with the forearm down. Come through center. Move the left arm down. Forearm is across the mat. And twist over to your right hand side. Right hand can extend up. It could also be on your side, whatever you like for your shoulders. Another very strong pose. Come through center, lower the knees, lower yourself down, relax the arms, and face can turn, your cheek can be on the mat. Relaxed in prone Shavasana pose. Not for long though. Place your hands so your palms press into the mat, thumbs face out from the body. Bring your head through center, press your chin into the mat. Lift your left leg up from the hip, straight leg, just lifting into a variation of locust. Right leg staying down. We're just working the glutes a bit. And then release it down. The right leg is going to lift in its place. Lift from the hip. Try and keep the leg engaged, toes pointed away. Get it as high as you can get it and stable. And releasing it down. The next one, we're going to roll onto our right hand side or left hand side. I connect my hands in this one. It's a locust pose where just the legs lift up and the torso stays down. It sort of comes to a bit of a scorpion in the end. Point the toes away. If your hands don't like being connected, lay them flat under the thighs and then lift from the glutes. The glutes are doing all this lifting. Legs are straight. It's easy to bend the knees here. Try and keep them straight. And then, stay in it for a little. I didn't stay in it very long. Gently releasing it down. A very brief pause here in prone Shavasana. And perhaps you can notice the breath and the heart rate. We'll extend the right arm forwards in front of us. Turn onto your right flank. And you can prop your head with your right hand. And then draw your left knee up towards the chest. Grab the left toe with the left hand and extend it up for this extended leg pose on the side. Anantasana. It doesn't matter how high you get your leg, but work for straightening the knee. That's the bit we want, straightening the leg out as much as we can. That's the end goal. Release that down. Point the knee towards your right foot. Take the foot behind you, the left foot that is. Holding on with that left hand, sort of a pigeon stretch here. It's a quad stretch. You might feel it in the front of the hip flexors. 2. Steady breathing. Release it down. Plant that foot in front of you. Push into the mat with your right hand. Bring your torso up, and perhaps your left hand can reach for your right foot. Perhaps it touches the mat. That's okay, but lift up through the chest. This is sort of the beginnings of a baby grasshopper pose. But we're staying connected with the mat, working the stretch. And just releasing that. Take your left hand over towards the left and behind you. Turn to your left and you're in seated pigeon. If you bend your right knee, draw the legs towards you. You're sort of concertinaing yourself in and finding the stretch that you have on your left outer thigh, or the outer thigh of your left leg. Your knees don't have to be as close to your chest as mine are, or they can be even closer. It just depends on what stretch you're finding. Change the settings by lowering the legs away from you or raising them. Optional extra is if you free that left arm, twist to your right side, and you might be able to send that left arm in front of the sole of the foot on the left leg. Totally optional extra. It's a bit of a weird twist. Try it if you like. Release everything, and we're going to roll onto our left side. Prop your head with your left hand, if that's comfy. Draw the right knee towards you. Grab your right big toe with your right hand and extend up. Anantasana on this side. Yeah, you can bend your left knee for stability. I have done on this side. I didn't find I needed to on the other side so much, but definitely I was rolling all over this place on this side. A bit more stability comes from that the lower leg being bent across the mat. And then bend your knee. Let's take this into our flamingo stretch for our quads. Turn the knee towards the tail end of the mat. Keep your hand on the top of the right foot, applying pressure, drawing it towards the glutes behind you. Keep breathing deeply here, just to get that stretch in. Nice and steady. Release the foot and step the foot in front of the left thigh, as close to the left hip as you can get it. Push into your hands and come on up. And find your baby grasshopper pose on this side. Perhaps you reach the foot, perhaps you don't. Each side is very different. This side was very different for me. Steady breathing. Lift up through the spine as much as you can in this pose. And gently releasing it, turning to sit. Keep the legs in that orientation and just bend your left knee, draw the legs towards you for seated pigeon. Prop your hands behind you so you really feel supported, and you can walk them closer towards you or further away. It just depends on how comfortable you are. You're really looking for the stretch on the outside of the right thigh. Maybe it sends into the glutes a bit. It's steady pose. And we've got that extra optional. Free the right hand, reach it in front of the right sole of the foot. The sole of the right foot would be the right way of saying that. You're turning to your left side with your torso. It doesn't have to reach. Why not try any twist? You don't have to extend the right arm. And coming out of that, we've got a bit of a flexibility challenge here. Place your feet on the floor, lift yourself up, roll forwards into a toe squat. So thunderbolt, the toes tucked. My hands are staying behind me and I'm pointing my knees down. This is going to eventually lower down to forearms. So this is kind of pretty flexy through the hip flexors. Tilt your head back if you get down to your forearms, if you like, tilting your head back, and maybe rest the top of the head on the mat, arms extending towards the shins. Don't get into this if you think, hell no. And once you're into it, if you think, oh crikey, I don't want to get out, it's okay. Just walk your arms back towards your shoulders, push into them, gradually come up, use them to jack yourself up. If you're here and you're comfy, you can turn this into reclined hero pose. Gently ease the ankles out if that's comfy for you, lying the tops of the feet flat on the ground. Widen the legs so they are outside of the hips. Lie down on your back and extend the arms behind your head. If that's okay on your shoulders, they can also lie beside you, but extended hero pose. The arms are up and over, folded at the elbows. Just hanging out here in this pose for a bit. If none of that section had been suitable for you, you could come to lie on your back with your knees bent, soles of feet on the mat, and just press the back against the mat for a moment. Always focusing in these moments on the sensations in the body, the feeling of the breath, the rising and falling that you get. All those internal body sensations. And to get out of this one, bring your arms by your sides, press into your elbows. I always grab onto my heels with my hands. Get enough space under your hips so you can bring your legs in front of you and come to be rested on the forearms, and we're going to do windshield wipers. Take the feet to the inside edge of the mats and take the legs off to one side and then to the other in that familiar sort of windshield wiper pose. If you want to lay them in one side and then lie down and stay in that stretch, that's quite a nice thing to do. It's what I'm taking here. But if you love the motion of windshield wipers, then you can just keep doing that, no problem. Sometimes when you leave the legs in one side, you just get this really lovely stretch, especially when you just hang out in it. If you were hanging out on one side, change the legs to the other side. If you're enjoying the motion, keep with the motion. I don't think there's too much of windshield wipers. I think it's a pretty nice flossing action for your nerves through your hips. We'll come to a static position there. Plant your feet on the mat, knees pointing up, and then walk them together for butterfly legs. You're reclined, lying down on the mat. Place a hand on your tummy and a hand on your heart if you feel comfortable to do that. And tune into the sensations you can feel under your hands. You can feel the breath rising and falling somewhere in the body. And maybe you can sense the heart rate underneath the hand. Just all these internal workings. Nice and steady. Try and keep your focus on your body, on the different things that happen within the body when you practice. Just always inquiring, staying with it, staying in the moment. I stay in this pose for Shavasana, but if you don't want to leave your legs like this and you want to go to typical Shavasana, then take the Shavasana pose that you need to do. Just here for a couple more minutes. Although Shavasana seems a little bit like you want to get on with the rest of the day or whatever you want to do, just try and stay in it. It's just a pocket of time, just for you. Just let the body rest here. It's really simple. Just staying put. Gently bringing your awareness back to your body, wiggling toes and fingers. Gently bend your knees and turn to the right hand side of your mat. And gradually bring yourself up to seated. And sadly, I didn't film an ending for this video. I think I probably forgot what I was doing. It's usually what happens in Shavasana for me. So thank you very much for practicing with me. If you've watched this during this Christmas break in 2025, I hope you're having a nice break, whatever is happening on it. And if you're watching it at any other time, I still hope you're having a nice time, a nice day. Take care. Bye.